Here in the north, the Yaller horn is about to sound and send two teams to battle here at US Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Five weeks come and gone already, and we're off here in Week 6 on EA Sports. His return starts at the 5. Now bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Let's go now. 19, out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Hey, these are the type of gains he's counted on to get when they're available. Unfortunately, we had tremendous vision to see the seam and get through it before that window could close.
Throwing on first, it's McCarthy. Diving forward, and he makes the catch. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Here's McCarthy, 1st and 10. Complete out to the right side. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Brian Branch getting there for the tackle. He gets a couple, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
So now here's 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
First and 10, here's McCarthy. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. And it sets up 2nd down.
Oh, that is such a bummer. A dropped touchdown right in the end zone. We're going to see how quickly he can flush this one. He better, because they got to make it impact later.
They'll run now on 2nd down. And he's able to take this down to the red zone. He's stopped at the 17. A strong 9-yard effort there, Brock, and it brings up 3rd and 1.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. That's caught for the first. Touchdown, Minnesota. Well, you couldn't ask for a better better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming.
And no, they faked it! Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
I know these special teams coaches spend all week trying to find a little weakness, and I guess they saw something on film they may have liked. But I think this serves as a reminder, if you want to get 2, try the conversion from the 2-yard line next time.
Chooses to bring this one out. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. He cuts it to the right sideline. And he finally ends up out of bounds after a huge gain. It's a huge pickup on the play. And that will give them some serious momentum along with a 1st down. Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. Motioning the tight end left. Back to pass on 1st and 10. Pass is caught at the 9. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them 1st and goal.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And he's going to advance them down to the 4-yard line. Offense up to the line fast. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And that brings up 3rd and goal.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, well, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
So now, here's 3rd and goal. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. Working quickly here. Back to throw, needs the end zone. And he's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills finish off their opening drive. Now they'll try to knock the extra point through. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bills literally won up that opening touchdown drive, huh? As they take a 7-6 lead here. The Bills kickoff team out there now as they'll send this away. Here's a return from the 7. The tackle's made, so this drive will begin at the 34-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Blown back gets the handoff. They gain 14 on the play. And it'll bring up a Minnesota 1st down.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
McCarthy to throw it. Short pass caught by his tight end. And this one doesn't go far.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. Open space inside the 40. Down the sideline into the red zone. And he'll bring it to the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings take a 5-point first quarter lead. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
Now the Vikings will try once again for a 2-point conversion. He's throwing for it. And he reaches the end zone, so they'll be up to a 7-point lead. Notice the first time they tried it, but this time, Brock, the 2-point conversion is successful.
Just felt like they were waiting for the right opportunity to try it once again. Not only to make up for the first attempt, but establish a little confidence from this spot, and who knows? Maybe we'll have a 2-pointer that plays a bigger role when this thing's all said and done.
And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Throwing now, off play action. He lets one fly deep downfield. Challenges double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darren Stigley Jr. I don't know what to be impressed by most, Brock. How effortless he made it look to throw it that deep, or how effortless the cover man made it look to get that far down there and haul in the interception.
How about we just marvel at both of them? You call a deep pass like that again on the next play, it could go to the end zone. But this time, it is a takeaway.
Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. He's got Pierce. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. We're ready now for the second quarter to begin. Vikings in control of it. They're looking at 2nd and pretty short. From the gun, here's a handoff. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. From the shotgun, McCarthy. He has the first over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 22 on that one. And that's going to give the Vikings the first down. New set of downs for him from the 46. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
2nd down now, 7 to go. From the 43. Headed out right. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
They'll try and pick this up on the ground. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
You love a huddle, okay? You really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
Ball at the 33 for first down. Now it's McCarthy. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Brian Branch getting there for the tackle.
That's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. He moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Here's 2nd and 7. We've got a screen to the running back. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Sure showed off some mobility on that play. Got outside the pocket and easily found an open man.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Running it now out of the gun. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. They get an even 10 on that play. And it'll bring up a Minnesota first down.
This offense will take that from their ground game every time. But I know, because I've been around this league a long time, runs like that, they're really hard to come by. It takes everybody. And maybe a little breakdown there on defense, too, to take advantage of.
From the red zone now. He's on the move. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover wisely, throwing it away.
2nd and 10, McCarthy. That one's complete, right side. And he drives this down to the 8 before going out.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
All right, it's a nickel set for the Bills. 3rd down. Now McCarthy escapes the pocket. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Vikings parlay the interception into points. J.J. McCarthy, the touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be
you could be a blacksmith, right? You could just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist, and you got to be an artist that can create when things break down, and that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They're out and set. 1st and 10. The give now out of the shotgun. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Offense in the hurry up here. back-to-back carries here. And he'll get it up to the 44. He gets 6 on that play. And that's good for a Bills first down.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a third down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next third down coming.
So it's the 2-minute warning here from Minneapolis. The Bills are on the move here. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. That's Cole Bishop. And the Vikings regain possession as he makes the 30th interception of his career. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Here's McCarthy to throw. On the move, headed right. Caught by the open man. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Setting up the running back screen. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that 1st down because you call a screen on 1st, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay.
Oh, he loses the football. But fortunately, the Vikings stay calm. They were able to get to it. Crisis averted. They keep possession. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. So near disaster a moment ago, but the drive's still in trouble if they can't convert on 3rd. McCarthy looking to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. The Bills are going to go ahead and call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. So the Vikings will try a field goal on 4th down. Will Reichert headed out. It's from the right hash, 46 yards.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
The Vikings have it teed up, and play resumes with the kick. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Finds him over the middle. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Timeout taken by the offense, their second. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 38. And finds his man. It's Keon Coleman. There he goes on the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills chop some of the lead off before the half. Keon Coleman, the touchdown. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. You got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
First and 10 now with all of 15 seconds left to utilize in this half. From the shotgun, McCarthy. He's going to push one deep down the right. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Bills get the football back with minimal time to go in our half. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you've got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball. More times than not, they can make a play and take it away just as they did.
All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. A final throw before the break. Chased out to his right. First play, he's going for it to the end zone. Intercepted in the end zone. Space on the right. He's got room. And he takes this one back for the pick six. I don't know about you, Brock, but I can almost feel them going through the 5 stages of grief over on that sideline, watching their would-be touchdown pass in 6 points return the entire way to the opposite end zone for 6 on the other side of the board.
You just don't really believe it's happening until he's, well, 30, 40 yards into his return. Then you're just powerless. Kate, just over 40 times in the history of the NFL this has happened.
Wow.
What a return to add to that list.
Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. The Vikings have it teed up, and play resumes with the kick. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Hand off to the back. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
They send a man in motion. From the 33 on second down. Finds a man right side. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's good for a Bills first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
Throwing from the gun. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete.
Hey, Mr. Quarterback down there, that's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage was waiting for it. QB super fortunate that ball wasn't picked. And incompletion, still pretty good for the defense, too.
2nd and 10 now. Connects with Wiley. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's good for a Bills first down.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Back now, pressure on its way. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Second and 3. Hits his running back. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And that's good for a Bills first down.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball in your hands, number one. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And then when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield to turn a good play into a great play.
Working inside the red zone. Forced out to his right. And he makes the catch. Did he get both feet in? No! Oh, so close to 6. Incomplete.
Well, he had the space from the defender and the concentration to make a great catch. What he didn't have was enough end zone real estate. That's just a very, very exciting incompletion.
Back to the air here on 2nd and 10. This one's caught. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage. The trusty tight end.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Touchdown, Buffalo! Now they'll try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bills cut the lead down to 10.
31. Bills, 31.
That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw, McCarthy. Getting out to his left. He smartly won't risk something here and just chucks it away.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something with no one open and risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Here's the lone back on the handoff. He'll work it a couple of yards past the line. That was Kayvon Thibodeau there to wrap him up. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Short pass brought in. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably. The then go to work after it.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Throwing the out route complete. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but, man, the defense took that away, too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did.
And he's tackled with a 1st down yardage.
I don't know what it is, Kate, but I love 3rd down runs. I really do. I know the receivers don't always like it because money down, they want the ball. But a 3rd down run for a 1st down can be so demoralizing to that defense.
Buys time, rolling right. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along the route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Couldn't connect on 1st, it's 2nd down. McCarthy to throw it. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
McCarthy throwing on 3rd down. Rolling left, buying some time. Connection made with his back deep downfield. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal. Big play got him to the doorstep, Brock. 4 more yards now in goal to go. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Ball at the 2 here for 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Here's McCarthy. He's on the move. And they score. It's a Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings push their lead further to start the half. It's a Justin Jefferson touchdown. Slant route, as it does so many times every game we call, Brock. Paying dividends. Made that touchdown look a lot easier than it was.
An uncontested release that close to the end zone spells disaster for a defense every time, Kate. You got to have a whole lot more physicality at the point of attack because a QB is always going to be looking for that short little slant near the goal line.
The Vikings have it teed up, and play resumes with the kick. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Slot man in motion right. Trying to throw here out of the gun. And they pick him off again. And forget the interception. He makes this a pick-6 touchdown. That pick-6 ought to spell the end to any potential comeback we might have seen out of him, Brock. This deficit might be just too much to come back from.
Yeah, if there was any hope left, they sure could have used some points. And they're going to have to get points now in a hurry. And that's for an offense who just threw the interception, and they might back out there, and you better flush it fast.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick-6 as it's sent away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Receiver in motion, headed right. Back to the air, following the pick 6. Connects on the crosser. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains. So we hit the end of the 3rd quarter. It's the Bills' ball as we start the 4th, but any efforts may be futile facing that deficit. Only one play in, Brock, and this drive already to midfield. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. They put a receiver in motion here left. From the 42. Caught, nice gain left side. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. For 17 yards and moves the chains.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. They are throwing it again. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. And in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Well, Brock, this one has not been good to them so far, but they are still fighting and able to get in there for 6.
Just a drive that was all about scratching and clawing. As much as anything, Kate, it was just a...
And he makes the catch, so hope not entirely extinguished just yet. Still a little glimmer remaining as that makes it a 2-score game here late. The Bills kickoff team out there now as they'll send this away. Has this at the 6. He's got a lane up past the 30. And a great return has the offense just a touch shy of midfield as they start this drive.
Hey, listen, I get it. I'm as guilty as anyone. So hyper-focused on offense and defense, often forgetting it's special teams in a play like that that can swing a game. What a great return now to start out on a short field, and you've got to believe all this offense is thinking is let's capitalize and find that end zone.
And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, man, you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. That's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throwaway.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Here's McCarthy to throw. Dumped off to his running back. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Kate, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
And the Bills bringing out an extra defensive back. Third down coming up. Now it's McCarthy. Buying some time right. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw, when you throw it that deep outside the numbers, that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
Back to the air, McCarthy. He just got rid of it, Brock, but he was still in that tackle box. This is going to draw the flag. No one in the area. He was still in the pocket. Seems like a pretty cut and dry intentional grounding to me.
Seems like you want to be an official someday, Kate.
Maybe.
Yeah, because you nailed that one.
So first and goal lost, Brock. They're going to try for better luck here on second and goal. They'll run here following the penalty. And they corral him after a minimal gain to the 21. Only 3 yards. They're going to need a much bigger play than that on a lengthy third and goal.
Where you get a little bit closer, but you can feel the pressure starting to mount. Unless you're committed to playing 4 downs here, this becomes a critical third down call.
Third and goal for McCarthy. Caught near the goal line. And he's going to have the touchdown. We'll see if he gets to keep this, though, Brock. We've got some laundry on the field. Reichert on for the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Vikings stretch the lead to 23. Offense liked how that play went, so they choose to decline the penalty. The Vikings have it teed up, and play resumes with the kick. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Finds the in route complete. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. Offense up to the line fast. Catch is made down the right sideline. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
They've run this 12-yard out route, Kate, at the combine, well, all the way back to last century when I had to throw it. In this throw, this is a big boy throw. It's a differentiator. Can you make that deep out throw on time, on rhythm, and accurately? Well, that was teaching tape right there.
Finds a seam down the middle. Touchdown, Buffalo! The Bills making the scoreboard look a touch better. You love seeing a tight end get the chance to show off those wheels, right? And in the best of cases, he could rumble the whole way home.
Kate, think of getting somebody with that type of mass rolling at full speed. Who's really going to want to stand in the way, wants to stop him anyhow? The answer, nobody.
He's throwing for it. It's caught. And he reaches the end zone on that 2-point try, Brock. This is going to cut it to a 2-score game now, down 15. The Bills' kickoff team out there now as they'll send this away. Starting from the 5. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. They're out and set, 1st and 10. McCarthy operating from the pistol. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled for a short gain.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
From the 31. Finds his back complete. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball. Right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
First and 10, here's McCarthy. Fits it through the middle. And he takes it in for the Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings make it a 3-score game in the 4th. Reichert on for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Vikings grow the lead now to 22 points. The Vikings have it teed up, and play resumes with the kick. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Airing it out to start this drive. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. Oh no, they get him yet again. That's Cole Bishop. And the Vikings get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. The team total is now up to 5, Brock. 5 times they've picked this offense off.
Say it a 3rd time for me, Kate, would you? Twist the knife for all the fans of this offense watching at home.
5 interceptions in one game. You just got to marvel at how well they played in coverage from start to finish.
Yeah, this goes beyond marveling. This goes to best-case scenario in their game plan. This is one of those special games where absolutely everything is clicking. These defenders, it's like they're seeing the entire field in perfect 20/20 vision.
Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Escapes the pocket. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well, Brock, this substantial deficit sure hasn't toned the edge that this defense is playing with, huh? If anything, feels like they might be getting more aggressive, looking to make some sort of impact play.
And that's because turnovers are really the name of the game for this defense at this point.
Oh, and they're going to fake this one. And it's intercepted. The defense wasn't fooled at all. And the Bills take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season.
Not every fake is destined for the highlight reel, and that one's going to probably make the low light reel. They were all over that one from the start. Picked up the targets and coverage just about anywhere they threw it. An interception was possible.
And he'll get it up to the 44. yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice gain. He was looking for Keon Coleman on that throw. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. They've got a man in motion. 3rd and long for him here. That's caught for the 1st. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. Hurry up offense now as time runs down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
And he takes it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. The Bills pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive.
The Bills are lining up for a 2-point conversion.
Throwing from the gun here. And he is in for the score. We may not see them kick ever again, partner. They're now 3 for 3 on 2-point tries today. And no turnover. It's going to stay with the offense. Well, even with that kick, wasn't much chance of pulling off the late comeback. And now that they've failed to recover, partner, I think we can take the fork out and you know where to put it.
Yeah, they went out, swing it. They did everything that they could do, but it just shows you in the NFL, premium for possessions. And when you stall out early and you dig yourself this kind of hole, awfully hard to come back and win.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Wow, they're going to pass it here. He puts everything behind this one. He's got it inside the 10. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Now, they don't need points anymore, Brock, but can they resist piling on? Let's see. It's 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings have likely locked up the win right there. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. You know, I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This off.
Oh, look at this. They're faking it. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there. The Vikings have it teed up, and play resumes with the kick. That's going to be taken in at the 8. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. On the move, headed right. Big gain downfield. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. Buffalo calls it 2nd time out of the half. Still one more in their pocket to use. So the big play gets him inside the opposing 45, Brock, with a new set of downs to boot. Trying to push it deep downfield. And that's going to fall incomplete. We're down to 9 seconds left.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and you got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
2nd and 10 now. Flushed out of the pocket. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Broke through the tackle. And the Vikings get it as he makes his 3rd interception of this game.
That throw has got to be the last we've seen of him this contest. I'm just not sure how they leave him in when the defense is clearly all over whatever he's trying to throw. The amount of frustration he is feeling is only going to lead to additional miscues. Please, for the love of God, take this man out.
Here's McCarthy, 1st and 10. He's throwing deep to the left side. Now this is intercepted. That is back-to-back passes. And the Bills are stopped on the return on the final play of this game. So it's a win for the Vikings. And it was a game